All right, everybody. We are back on the Overreaction Monday pod.
Yes.
Rich Eisen here, Chris Brockman
Hey,
there.
Rich.
You, wherever you are taking in this podcast edition of Overreaction Monday, brought to you by our friends at Game Time, the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. Game Time's got killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seats, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. We have our promo code OVERREACTION, and you get $20 off your first purchase. Booyah. We're back.
We're back. Oh, we made it.
When was the last time we did this? June, right? We did it in June.
Yeah.
It was
the smack dab middle of June, maybe? Something like that?
Yeah, we were just kind of kicking it.
Just kind of like, hey, there's this going on and this going on.
OTAs.
OTAs.
You know what? That is so June.
Oh, OTAs, so June.
You know what's July and August?
Training camp.
Boo.
Oh, training camp.
Booyah. It is Hall of Fame week. It is training camp. Everybody, all 32 teams are up and at 'em, so it's time for an Overreaction Monday. Hit it.
That was terrible. That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Mondays.
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
All right, Christopher.
Oh, man. Rich,
We're back.
You good? You good?
I'm great. You
got your
kidding me?
speech ready for Canton?
Which is my speech for Canton is going to be very simple. It's going to be a big night. Football is back.
Okay.
I love being in Canton,
All right.
Ohio.
Okay.
And then I just make it about the guys who are getting their jackets that night.
Of course.
At the jacket dinner. No, I do. That is my plan going in. And usually as I'm going,
That's
Del
my
Tufo's
plan.
laughing over there. Hey, pipe down. No, this is truly my plan.
Okay.
This is truly my plan.
Okay.
And then in the middle of me saying that,
somebody be like,
OH, and
in the other half of the room,
and for like the first 4, 5, 6, 7 years of that, I would just have to, that's funny. Yeah, no, OHIO, we're in Ohio. I'm glad you guys can still spell. And that would be the end of it. But it's a different time now, sir.
Yeah,
It's a different time
I'm
now.
sad that I can't be there to bear
My
witness.
gosh. I'm going to be hosting a jacket dinner in Canton, Ohio, coming off of a University of Michigan championship football
That's
season.
what I'm saying, man. I hope you got some.
Talk about an overreaction. Oh, just don't trifle. That's all I'm giving you a heads up. Just
some of the
don't trifle. Tread lightly.
Hall of Fame linemen there to kind of be security. That's what
Steve
I'm saying.
Hutchinson
You know what I mean?
he's on alert.
Yep.
Charles Woodson's on alert.
Okay.
Ty Law's on alert.
Good.
Yeah. The ghost of Benny Friedman, who is a Michigan man. The creator of the modern forward pass.
Dan Deerdorf, does he go?
He's
going to be
I've
there
not
in
seen him in
Canton
a
this
while.
year? Okay.
No. So there's enough of us. What do you got over there, Chris? Hit it.
Rich, I want to start. Let's go. I got eight. I got eight.
Good.
Right out of the gate, I'm coming hot. Justin Fields is going to start week 1 for the Steelers.
How would you say that?
Because Russell Wilson is not practicing and Fields looks awesome. That's why I'm saying that.
An overreaction, sir.
Have you seen any of these camp videos? This is the perfect. I love, and everyone's got new phones, and the videos are crisp and in 8K, and Fields looks awesome. I don't care how far away the video is. I can see it. He's throwing dimes.
I love it. That's terrific. Wonderful.
And guess who's not there?
I know.
The Dangerous is not there.
I'm aware of that.
So what are we doing?
What we're doing.
Let's just go with Fields.
Well,
You're not financially committed to number 3.
no, that is the only reason why this is a possibility in the realm of possibilities. Okay, is that there is no major financial commitment that would put a thumb on the scale. The only thing that's a thumb on the scale is Russell Wilson's experience. And you go with that potentially over Justin Fields. I can't say inexperience. I would say
I started 30-something games. I mean,
fewer
you know what I mean?
fewer games of experience.
Okay.
And that the way Fields gets out there is if Russ doesn't work. Not Fields out there and then you go to Russ. Because if Russ doesn't work, then now you got yourself an issue.
But if one guy's hurt, and then you just start with Fields,
and I know
then,
when but here's the reason why you've got somewhat of a leg to stand on is that Tomlin will do whatever he wants to do and has the full faith and credit and backing of
his
management.
job's not on the line,
right? Correct.
Just got an extension.
So I don't know. Is it possible? Sure. I just think for you to say flat out it's going to be Justin Fields in week 1 because of the, non-pads, everyone's in shorts moment that Russ isn't participating in because, they want to make sure he's not all he's got a tweak here or there.
Yeah,
and he's not.
I don't know.
I think it's too. I think if you're like there's a quarterback competition in Pittsburgh,
okay, then
I would have bought it.
That's not fun.
Of course it's fun. Of course
this
it's
is
fun.
way more fun.
Hey, a week ago on the flagship show, we were just saying NFL Network research giving out the packet of information at the start of training camp identified 6 quarterback competitions in training camp. And I said, there's really only one. It's the one in Vegas where Aiden O'Connell is currently number 1 on the depth chart, even though you want to talk about a financial contractual thumb on the scale.
Exactly.
It belongs to Minshew with his 2-year deal and 7 figures to it, not the rookie deal that Aiden O'Connell's on right now. Other than that, I don't believe it's quarterback competition in Denver. And I don't know if this is one either. But the fact that Russ isn't out there leads one to believe there could be one.
Could be, just saying.
But I'm not sitting here saying that's an overreaction that Justin Fields is starting week 1 in Atlanta.
Which would be amazing. Mean a homecoming.
I know that.
Okay, great.
I know.
I'm just piecing it all.
Well done.
Just saying.
What else?
All right, Rich. This has been the summer of the giant quarterback contract.
Okay.
All these guys are getting paid. All these guys.
Most recently, Jordan Love, $55 million, Tua, $53.1.
Exactly.
Right.
To Trevor Lawrence got his
$55 million,
and Herbert and Burrow.
Herbert was last year.
The year before.
That's right.
2 of the quarterbacks who signed contracts for big money this summer will miss the playoffs.
So those guys are Goff. Goff signed
big, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goff and Tua, Love, Trevor Lawrence.
2 of them are going to miss the playoffs.
2 of them?
2 of them are going to miss the playoffs.
I can't. I mean, in this day and age where there's so much turnover, right? There's usually half the playoff field is new. I can't sit here and say that you're way off. I would think
those 4 in particular.
I don't see how the Lions are missing the playoffs. I just don't see it. Obviously, injuries take place, and
sure,
I don't see how the Lions are missing the playoffs. I don't see how the Dolphins are missing the playoffs. I just don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
So you think the AFC East gets 3 teams?
I don't know about that. The AFC might get 1 team. It could be the AFC East and the Dolphins get it.
Okay. Well, you don't see how the Lions miss it. What if the Packers have a come, the Bears have a come up? So they get 3 teams, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
I know you wanted the Bears in the playoffs in the worst.
I do.
Keep talking that into existence.
I'm speaking it into existence. They're the most entertaining.
Should be improved. I don't know how to. Do I say this is an overreaction, and then double down and say all 4 that I just mentioned?
There
will
you
make
go.
It?
Now see over the top.
Over the top. I push back and come off top rope.
Yeah. No. I don't call. I re-raise.
Yeah, I re-raise. Yeah. I see your 2.
Yeah.
And I'll raise you another 2.
Raise you another 2.
Because I don't think we missed any other quarterbacks that.
No, those are the big guys who got 50 plus.
Right. And Dak will get his.
Not this.
Not as of this taping. So that's an overreaction.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Overreaction, and all 4 of them do it.
Also, all 4 are going to make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else?
I saw what Mike Evans said the other day.
Yes.
Mike Evans was on Back Together Weekend on NFL Network talking about how before he eventually re-signed with the Bucs, He thought about going to Kansas City and Houston.
Yes.
Mike Evans is going to regret that. He's going to regret not signing with the Chiefs or Texans during free agency.
So this is your way of saying the Buccaneers are not going to have a good season.
Kind of, without directly saying that.
Boy. You know how I feel about the Bucks.
You have a chance.
I know.
To play with Patrick Mahomes.
But I guess if his wife and his family
Or-
say, "Dad, let's not," Dad, let's not
Isn't
leave.
he from Houston?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, he's a Texas A&M guy too. And it's
The football season's not that long. I mean, I can
know.
get some
and I imagine whatever
housing in one of these cities.
and whatever Missouri or Kansas state taxes are, depending on where he would have found a
I think
home.
they would have offset that a little bit.
Yeah, they would have
with
offset it because
the non-existing one in Florida.
you would go from one tax-free state to the other.
And I get that he wants to play his whole career there, but that's just not a thing anymore.
I'm sitting here really a fan of Mayfield, as you know, and what the Bucks did this year. I think Jason Light, if the Bucks can go further, let's say the Bucks go further. Let's say the Bucks make the NFC Championship game this year.
So they win that game in Detroit,
right.
and
let's say
and
they
move
do that.
on.
Jason Light has set himself up for being like GM of the year.
I think so.
For pulling off what he pulled off
Yeah.
with all these veterans who wanted theirs, and we're all coming up at the same time. It's like a whole bunch of Senate seats that you have to defend in one election. Period,
right.
And he did, and he maintained control of his Senate. However, with that as my wind up, here's the pitch. I think Kansas City and Houston is set up to have a bigger season than the Bucks. So if you're removing all personal issues about why he wanted to maybe stay there, or the fact that he gets to have his Hall of Fame bust resting on a plastic, holding his plastic shelf. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I've spaced on the word shelf, but if he only wants to have one team etched on it,
Right.
like you can't trade that in.
Yes.
But so that's where you're talking about regret's a very strong word.
I guess if he didn't already have a ring, I mean, maybe going to one of those teams and kind of ring chasing.
If your implication is that Kansas City and Houston is set up better than Tampa for him to get one more ring before he goes into the Hall of Fame.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look, one of those, take one of those teams out. Which team is a better Super Bowl
don't
chance?
think that's an
you look at the
overreaction,
odds.
but regret is a significantly strong word. So, I parse these things down to the
like,
letter.
What word could I have used otherwise?
We'll wish he stayed.
I don't know.
No. You do these things to be
I'm
provocative.
just saying, when I heard that, I was like, whoa, you were thinking about joining the Chiefs?
Yeah, I know.
And you didn't?
Or Stroud.
Or going with Stroud or the next young guy, maybe you play 4 more years?
How about if he had done that? Do you think they would have
they go
traded
after
for Diggs?
No. Why would you?
Right. Yeah.
I don't
Nico
know. I
Collins
was
and
thinking-
Evans and Tank Dell.
I'm thinking those offenses with
man,
Mike Evans.
I know. Regret's a strong word, but I'll buy this one.
Okay.
Though.
All right. I consumed a lot of back together weekend last night while I was catching up on what I missed. Being kind of out of pocket over the weekend.
Well, you went to the nuptials of.
I did. Your former colleague,
yes.
Rachel Bonetta and Zach Schwartz. It was fantastic.
Okay.
Very happy to be involved with that. And I saw, speaking of love, I saw what Jordan had to say.
Look at you.
Rich, it's training camp for us too, but I'm in mid-season form. I saw what Jordan Love had to say, talking about what Aaron Rodgers said that his house is still for sale, and now that Love has his new contract, also got paid last Friday, that maybe he can take that off the market for Aaron. And Love was like, "Hey, cut me a deal." I was thinking about those two guys and their shared history, and I think Jordan Love is going to finish higher in the MVP voting this year than Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. Well, how do you want me to respond to this?
I don't know.
How do I respond to this?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What is
can't
your initial
go in-
reaction when
my
seeing that
initial
statement?
reaction is Rodgers going to last longer than 5 snaps?
I think we all can. I mean, we saw him at the.
How many starts does Rodgers get this year? Talk to me. All 17.
I think that's
If it's all
that's
17,
best case scenario.
If it's all 17,
I'm saying neither guy
starts-
gets injured, and let's just
Okay.
play it out.
Oh, so we're not, because again, I don't know, man. I mean, we went down this road last year. The Jets went down, and the media went down this road.
Look, we have to take Aaron for his word, right? So he was ready to play last year if the Jets were still in the mix.
He looks strong,
and he looks absolutely
and
jacked.
The Jets did the right thing. Tyron Smith, I'm hoping he stays healthy too for Rodgers.
But that was the big thing. You know, Rodgers,
This is a better offensive line.
Exactly.
This is a better
He
offensive
wasn't
line
gonna
this year
last
than
behind,
last.
that
Correct.
offensive line last
Correct.
year.
Correct.
The Achilles notwithstanding. He was probably going to get banged up at some point.
I agree.
And they're in much better shape this year to protect him and see some of the, let him shine.
I
Breece
just
Hall,
don't. I don't
Garrett
know.
Wilson.
I'll push back on this. I'll say that if all things are being equal and both
All
have the
things
season
equal.
and both have the season that everyone expects,
Right.
Rodgers is. I don't know if he wouldn't receive MVP votes because two reasons. One, he's already gotten enough. How many yachts can he water ski behind? In the same way that Belichick never got
Coach
of the Year votes,
sure.
And Phil Jackson.
Well, I mean,
and all
Rodgers,
that.
if he's awesome, he'll win Comeback Player of the Year then, right?
Right. And I'll just push back on this and say,
Are they both top 5?
I don't know. I don't think so, because I think there'll still be others who are in the mix.
Who wins more games? Putting you on the spot, man.
But it's just a total crapshoot.
I know, it's July. We're having fun.
It's not fun for me. It's not fun for me.
I want you to have fun. I want you to have fun.
You want to have?
I would really like you
to have fun. I want to have fun at the football guys.
I know. I would like you to enjoy your season.
Wind their foot up
enjoy your season
and kick the Jets in the nards, or put it in a spot where the fans get it broken off inside an orifice. But they just let it play out this year.
He looks in
So
great
it's
shape,
difficult.
man.
It's difficult for me to envision
he looks
anything,
yoked, man.
It's difficult for me to envision anything.
All right. Maybe
So
I tweaked you
I'll
with
just
that
push back and call that an overreaction.
All right, I tweaked you with that one. All right.
Good Lord.
Sorry. That was for the Tatum comment today.
Yeah, the fact that DNP CD. Well, I hope you didn't go to Game Time Tickets and try to see Jason Tatum and get tickets that way. Because Steve Kerr had other plans. Baseball season is, and listen, I know we're talking football season, but as football season is beginning, and maybe that's something else. You want to start taking a look down the road about what a week 1, week 2, week 3 game or college is up and running. Go to check out Game Time. You completely remove the guesswork when you use Game Time to buy your tickets, because you get to see what the seat that you're looking at to purchase, how much it costs all in to purchase everything. So there's no surprise when you check out. There's also the view from your seat feature. You get to see a panoramic view from your seat to see what it would look like to sit in that seat for the event that you're purchasing for, whether it's baseball in the middle of the baseball season, football coming up, or any event that's in your area. You take the guesswork completely out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use my code OVERREACTION. And you get $20 off your first purchase. Restrictions apply. Visit gametime.co for terms. Again, create an account, redeem the code OVERREACTION. You get $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Moving on to the second half of our opening of the training camp edition of Overreaction Monday. Hit it, Chris. What else?
Man, I just keep saying I'm a sucker for all these videos from training camp. I love them so much, and the highlight plays. I don't care that they're not wearing pads and basically got defenses and.
Well, they're wearing pads this week.
Now they are. They are. Xavier Worthy and Hollywood Brown are going to be the best wide receiver duo this season.
Okay, come on, man. That's insane.
How do you stop these guys?
Well,
they're the 2 fastest dudes out there.
Okay, fine.
And they got Patrick Mahomes. Oh, by the way.
Best wide receiver duo in the NFL? Come on, man. Are you saying this just for the purposes here?
I'm saying bombs.
Let's go.
I'm saying they're going to have what? Each guy's going to have like 5 plus 50-yard touchdowns.
Hold on a second.
They're going to have, 3,500
Hollywood
yards.
Brown had Lamar Jackson.
8 Mahomes.
And he had, none of them are Mahomes.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand that.
So we let this
But
guy.
we're waiting for
everybody
Hollywood
let
Brown.
him win a Super Bowl last year with you and me and Del Tufo at wide receiver. And now they add these 2 guys. Two of the fastest dudes in the league.
All right, let's do it this way. You take them and their quarterback.
Yeah, them two plus the QB, that matters.
Okay, let's do it. Tua, Tyreek, and Jalen Waller.
Yeah, because Mahomes is better than Tua.
You don't have to.
Sorry, I'm getting aggressive.
No, I understand that. Let's keep going here. Let's go Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase.
I don't know if Burrows can stay healthy.
All right. Let's go. Where else am I going here on this front?
Niners.
Rams.
Yeah.
Niners.
Stafford, Puka.
Puka, Cup.
I got Cup question marks.
Okay. What about Purdy, Ayuk, Deebo?
Is Ayuk playing? You gonna be there?
He's playing.
You gonna be there?
He's playing.
Deebo
Hurts.
I get it. Devonta
Brown, Smith.
I like those guys.
Okay.
I like those guys.
All right.
I like those guys. Are they as fast as these guys? 50-yard bombs.
Doesn't matter about fast.
50-yard bombs.
Doesn't
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
What an overreaction this is. What an overreaction.
What are we doing?
Okay. I hope for all of my Chiefs friends' sake.
How many touchdowns are those guys going to have against the Raiders?
Them?
Just them two personally might have 8 against the Raiders.
Not if Max Crosby gets in the backfield.
Come on
now, too. Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby.
It'll be handled when it gets handled.
Because these guys...
Why is everybody trying to wind up Mahomes?
No, that I don't know. The Kermit the Frog stuff was insane.
All right, maybe I went a little overboard.
Okay, what else?
CeeDee Lamb, we know, is holding out, right?
Yeah.
He's not getting it.
He's not what?
He's not showing up till he gets paid.
That's correct.
Neither should Dak. Both guys shouldn't play a single down without a new contract. Both guys. Both of them. You want to go all in, Jerry Jones? I'm holding out. Pay me.
So it's Cooper Rush to Brandon Cooks until
further notice.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Enough of this BS, Jerry. Enough of this.
It's
what are we doing? Are you serious about winning or not?
It's Trey Lance wheel routing to Rico Dowdle.
That's what I'm saying.
Until this gets signed.
Until this gets done. Neither should play a single down without new contracts.
It's crazy talk.
Dak's got all the leverage. Just don't show up.
Okay. All right. So you're throwing Dak into this.
Yeah, they both should do it together.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Which part? Not paying them?
Well, not paying them. And Dak, Dak not getting a new contract.
Here's the thing.
Dak's already been paid his gajillions of dollars.
Dak's too nice.
I know he's too nice to do. CeeDee to get
I know
his.
he's too nice to do this.
He is.
But you need someone.
But he should hold out, too.
He should hold out, too.
Yeah.
Jerry, are you serious?
Because it's not like
not?
It's not like CeeDee Lamb doesn't have a contract for this coming season.
Right, he's got one.
Right.
He just doesn't want to play under that number.
Right.
That number
Same
anymore.
thing as Dak.
And Dak's like, no.
No, God.
I want to be the Dallas Cowboy quarterback long term,
sure,
and
Chris.
I want you to make that happen for me. And this is what it's going to cost now.
Since seriously, you took crazy pills before this. For this pod.
Just saying.
I understand.
You don't like it? I like that one.
I know you like that one.
Actually.
I don't think Dak should hold out. No, but
what do you mean you don't?
I don't think he should hold out.
Is he
He's
better?
holding all the cards.
Is he better? Right.
He holds all the cards.
And the cards are, I'm not coming until I get a $300 million.
But he's holding all the cards to get $300 million when his time's up next year.
Dak should want $300 million all guaranteed, to be honest.
But what if he's sitting around saying, these people that I'm trying to get the money from, as much as I love them, and they're the only, business family I've known professionally and in a front office, what if he's like, I don't know if I want to be here? How about I don't know if I want to go all in on Dallas? How about that as a possibility? So why is he holding out to stay in a spot that might not be best for him?
Could Dak be the first one to pull the NBA move, sign the monster contract, and then say, I want to be traded?
I doubt that. I don't think we'll ever see that in the NFL.
I don't know, man.
Ever. So I don't know. CeeDee, again, Dak has got a ton of money in the bank. CeeDee doesn't have anything close to that just yet in terms of money in the bank. So I understand why he doesn't want to, plus receivers can really get hit. There's no such thing as a defenseless quarterback.
Right.
So I understand why he's doing what he's doing, but Dak can't be traded. He can't be franchise tagged. So if they don't sign him now, he has every opportunity to hit it even bigger than what he's signing for right now.
Yeah, but what if he stinks this year and then all of a sudden his number goes down?
Oh, please. His numbers. You just saw a bunch of guys that have hardly any playoff experience.
I know, because these
make
teams are
$200 million
idiots.
collectively.
These teams have lost
in a single year.
Teams have lost their mind.
Like, what are the contracts of some of these guys together who have never had multiple playoff
They've done
seasons?
nothing.
It's like over $1 billion worth of contracts. So of course his number's not going down. Another overreaction.
Teams are
try to give you one. Then I talk myself into not giving.
All right, you're going to agree with me on this.
All right.
You're going to agree with this.
What a state. That's an overreaction.
That's an overreaction. That's great. That's great. That's
thank
great.
you.
Bill's GM Brandon Bead responding to the article saying that Josh Allen was overrated. The anonymous GM.
So there's morons out there.
Yeah,
right?
moron. Everyone's an idiot. Guess what? Josh Allen is the most underrated quarterback in the NFL.
Sorry, I didn't have my. Should I get Tony Khan's neck brace off of my bust over there?
Underrated. What this guy has done and the talent that he's done it with. He makes everyone better. Stephon Diggs should be thanking his lucky stars he got to play with Josh Allen.
Are you punking me right now?
Josh Allen is the most underrated, and he's on the best contract. Speaking of a guy who should hold out, have you seen his number for this year? It's like $30-something million.
So let me see what who else?
Josh Allen's the most underrated quarterback.
Underrated than him?
The most underrated
Who's
quarterback.
more underrated
in the NFL?
than? Like where are you going with me underrated?
I don't know.
I'm
telling you.
Would
I'm asking
Lamar
you.
be on that list of people who think he's not?
Lamar finally showed up.
On a Hall of Fame path, despite being a 2-time MVP award winner at this point.
Lamar Jackson underrated.
Lamar
Jackson's pretty underrated, actually.
That's where I'm trying to find other guys who are potentially underrated more than this guy, because there's a lot of people who do give Josh Allen his appropriate props.
Stafford's kind of underrated.
Yeah, Stafford might be more underrated than Josh Allen. I think anybody who calls him overrated is, in fact, a moron.
Josh Allen? Yeah.
Okay.
I totally agree with that.
Because what you're looking for...
I think the skill set that this guy has and the way he's developed
you don't even need to say
from what he was as a prospect when he got drafted and what he's turned himself into.
Do you remember when...
player,
yes.
He hasn't had much help.
Question.
Hasn't had a lot of help coaching. I think we need to be honest there. And how far he's taken the Bills each year. He's super underrated.
Do you remember when Russell Wilson was at his height of his Seattle-ness, and he would roll out, extend plays, and to the point where and then beat you? Like you couldn't track him down, you couldn't tackle him, you couldn't sack him, and there was an air of invincibility. Elway had it as well.
Agreed.
The number of times that you couldn't catch up to him, and then he would run on you as well. When in Elway's prime, obviously, I'm referring to.
Yep.
Rodgers in his MVP seasons, where it just was relentless. Every snap of the football was a way for you to not be able to stop him or defend him.
Allen has all those guys' best qualities into one person.
He has that, and he had that against the Chiefs in the playoffs this year until that moment where Deion Dawkins got thrown into his lap.
Yep.
And then I thought they were going to win that game.
So did I.
Because he was as good as they get. He's as good as they get. So I don't know about he's underrated. I like the way that you flip the script. I think Stafford is more underrated than
Stafford's
him.
pretty underrated.
Here's another one. Purdy. Who else is underrated? Yeah, I mean, anybody who calls him overrated is a moron.
I agree with that.
But I like the cut of your jib right here. Just because I love Josh Allen, I don't want to give you one.
I do love Josh Allen too.
I'll throw it there. But I think we found a couple more quarterbacks that are more underrated than him. So.
All right, last one, and I saw this headline, and it just I got scared for the rest of the week. Deebo Samuel has been practicing on kickoff return. Have you seen this?
All right.
If Deebo Samuel starts returning kickoffs this year, he's going to set the record for return touchdowns in a season. It is currently 4. By the way,
I'll go
50-something years ago, some guy named Cecil Turner in 1970, Travis Williams 1967.
I think what you're touching upon here is the complete unknown of what the new kickoff rules are going to be and what the ramifications are for the sport writ large.
Yep.
And, you talk about stealing possessions, right?
This is stealing 6 points.
Yeah.
Potentially.
That if you find the right crease and all you got to do is find the crease and you're suddenly one-on-one with the kicker, it's game over.
Over, man.
And so it's how do you cover a kick when, sort of the action area is the size of a red zone. You know how it's difficult to score in a red zone because there's so many
everything's
defenders.
compressed.
Right. But what if everybody is lined up right above everybody else, right over everybody else, right across
And
from
then there's
everybody
still the
else?
whole field behind.
Right. Wide open.
Yeah.
What happens then?
I saw
and
that.
to have
Deebo
somebody like
Samuel?
Deebo Samuel
What?
be able to find the crease, be difficult to tackle, and
What kicker is taking him down in the open field?
There isn't one. But there's also a bunch of other. So if you're also saying the record's going to go down,
I'm saying
someone's going to break it.
I'm saying the record's going down
the
anyway.
fact that you've identified him,
this could be the guy.
I don't think you're off on this at all. Like, you're spot on here. I don't think this is an overreaction because we have no idea what we're reacting to. We have no idea what it's going to look like. No earthly idea. And that's going to be 100% the most fascinating part of preseason football in a long time.
Agree.
Is what does it look like? We have no idea what it looks like. I mean, anybody who's seen it in other forms of the football leagues could have an idea.
Yeah, exactly. But
not most everybody does not know what it's going to look like and how to defend it and how to scheme it, how to prevent it, and how one particularly special teamer with a special skill set that already separates him from the rest of the league, being somebody who is going to be tough to take down, fast enough to find the crease and hit it, and then be impossible to stop in a one-on-one kicker returner situation.
Yeah, and I think
Deebo could be that guy.
I think it's pretty cool that this kickoff rule is happening. We have all these questions and possibilities on the year that Devin Hester goes into the Hall of Fame. I think that's super cool.
How about this from me to you to finish up this Overreaction Monday pod? I've got this one for you. At some point during the season, a large portion of the fan base, if not punditry, will be saying there's too much scoring.
Too many. On the kickoff?
On the kickoff.
That's funny.
That the new rules have gone too far.
The headline on first day, should we go back to the old kickoff rule?
Yes, sir. That we'll see that at some point this season.
I totally am with that. That's coming.
Like, that's how...
Before or after Thanksgiving? Over-under.
The over-under.
Over-under
before,
on the week.
Before, because I think if what we're talking about right now occurs, it's going to blitzkrieg a lot of people.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some teams that will not be equipped. And suddenly a team that's not that good but has this like a Philly,
Philly special kickoff.
No, like the tush play.
Oh, right.
Like somebody has this area of specialty down pat and it's not stoppable. That they have the horses and the horse sense and the personnel to beat you with this play, that this becomes the brotherly shove of special teams.
I like it.
and suddenly everybody's like, it's not fair.
Right.
Like, these are the way these things can go. Now, we may be overreacting right now.
Maybe not. I saw a headline on Monday that someone threw an interception on a kickoff return. So these coaches are really expanding their minds, and like nothing is off the table on what they could be doing out there on kickoff return. I think it's going to be wild.
Yeah. So I'll buy that last one.
Love it.
Well done.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps it up for this edition of Overreaction Monday. We're going to be ramping up in August. As a matter of fact, we are doing this podcast in August from New York City at the Fanatics Fest. We're announcing that right here.
Sir.
Yes.
Come see us.
As a matter of fact, as soon as I'm done, I'm docu-signing that paperwork.
Oh, fantastic.
Not overreacting. It's
Great.
actually literally going to happen.
I need to book a flight.
Okay. So look for us at the Javits Center in August. But in the meantime, look for us in your RSS feed. And What the Football returns with Susie and Amy in August as well for season 2 there. And so much more to come from Rich Eisen Productions podcast world.
We're back, people.
We are. Thanks for taking an Overreaction Monday. For Chris, I'm Rich. Peace out. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.